Hi, this is Paul, and I wanted to do a continuation on the section of regarding false flags. This is a very sensitive subject, and I don't mean to insult anyone, because as I outlined in the section 3 regarding the New World Order, these are not very sympathetic people. I mean, they control basically everything: the intelligence agencies, the militaries, the FBI, the CIA, and Mossad, all on an international level. So, and one way that they try to steer the masses in a certain direction is by using crisis actors. And Ole Damegård makes a fantastic presentation regarding the so-called terror attack in Norway. I mean, he completely takes it apart. It's a 2.5 hour presentation, and he goes through everything. Now, he doesn't expose some things, like he just calls them the elites, and that's fine enough. I mean, maybe he doesn't want to go into it because uh, allegedly he has already received a lot of death threats. So, and if he gets too close, I mean, they just might wipe him out. So, but I'll let him introduce the concept of crisis actors in this video here.
Welcome to the world of crisis actors. It's the 13th such drill the school district has staged in the past year. And the victims are students, all volunteers.
We heard the banging and all of that, so I mean, we knew that they were there and we had to be really quiet, and it was just really nerve-wracking.
I was just thinking of places I would hide or run if in the scenario that had ever happened. I couldn't think of any.
Thanks to a new law beginning this year, all school staff members in Missouri will be legally required to participate in active shooter response training. And schools all across the country, from Texas to Indiana to Oregon, have staged the kind of drill you are seeing here. Definitely felt real.
I was like, help me.
Now remember, this is all fake. This is not real blood.
Looks pretty real to me. Not easy to tell the difference nowadays. So, the miracle woman. On the back of the building where the damages or injuries was not so severe, this woman she has been identified by name. I have tried to track her down. I have not been able to find her more than one single photo of her. Okay, but she is carried away looking pretty awful. This guy was running around with blue gloves before this happened and so on. If you see that, we're talking about roadblocks, plastic coverage. What is that container there? Just pointing it out. I have no idea. And look there. What is he having in his pocket? This guy worked for the government. He said he had just finished his job, so he's going to go out on town and take a lot of photos with a quite advanced camera. Suddenly he's in this whole thing with something in his bag that could be. If you look at the Boston bombing, for instance, there were all of these blood canisters and blood bags and so on, theater blood, spread all over the place, together with smoke machines and so on. So I'm just pointing out. I'm very sorry if I point this guy out. I'm pointing out things. Could be that he had been shopping candy for his kids. I do not know. Position of Miracle Woman looks a bit similar. And now I welcome you into the world of my world, where I get like, whoa, hang on a second. Miracle Woman, this is the images that was pumped out all over the world. Did they take photos of the real victims? No, they were not blood enough. Did they take photos of the cover of the Miracle Girl? She was named Miracle Woman or Miracle Girl in the news. And these two, all of them working for the government. Natural if you were in that building. Anyway, so we have especially these two. Her name is Sissel Vilsgaard. She was 62, and this woman, Line Nernes. Okay, so I would say that is a severe cut. I would say that is a very severe cut. Thank God she didn't mess up her hair. But it is a lot of blood, okay? And this woman found herself with a 30 centimeter spike sticking out of her head. Okay. So this is awful. I mean, if this is real, awful, awful. And these are the images that were spread all over the globe. So, still photos, very impressive. I managed to track down other sources. So, precision of bomb, cover girl. And here is how they came. Explosion, boom, all of these things. Then suddenly, these two women were led from here. Then they started walking this way. Then they walked all this way, and until they ended up here where they were filmed and all of these things. They were taking photos of them while doing it. And there were an ambulance or two there. Sorry, 3. No, sorry, 4. 5 and 6 ambulances there. So of course, if you got like a 30 centimeter thing sticking out of your brain, ambulance, please help me. Okay. So here we are. Footage that I managed to find. The same soldiers, blue gloves, that were there, are now helping with the victims on the same street corner where all of this happened, on the back or the front of the building. Okay, so prepare yourself for some true horror, especially if I can start the video. Ambulance. This ambulance. Rod sticking out of the head. Please have a seat. Are you okay? No, I got something in my hair. Check. Okay, so what should we do? What should we do? What should we do? We stop a bus. Let's stop a bus. We stop a bus. So we take them on the bus. So many passengers there already. So, dear Mrs. Rod, are you okay? Can you handle a bus ride? Oh, they ask her, are you okay? Can you walk? I think so. So, oh, thank God. Oh. But then, notice, had you not seen the video, only the images, you would have been terrified and said, oh God. By the way, I'll get back to that. But just for security, the bus was then escorted by an ambulance just to make sure that they were okay.
Yeah, I mean, what do you say? I'm sorry if this comes as a shock to you, but this presentation basically says it all. You don't walk around with a 30 centimeter wooden rod sticking through your head like that. It just doesn't happen. So check out the other videos there. Check out the 9/11 videos. There are numerous documentaries about 9/11. The Boston bombing, same thing. I think the Oklahoma City bombing was also a false flag, but I haven't seen any documentary about it. Just heard, but I mean, they're basically all the same. So have a look at these things. I know that it's painful. This documentary by Ole Damegård is very good. It gives you a complete description of everything. I mean, this is the only one that he does, the Norway, but he's been studying this basically for the last 30 years. And he seems credible. Okay, he doesn't point out the top of the pyramid, but that's fine. You don't need to go into that at this level. You just need to realize that false flags have occurred, they do occur, And yeah, enjoy. And I hope that you dare to watch these things and challenge your preconceptions. Thanks.